Before the full legislature takes up the bill, we wanted to take a closer look at exactly what it does.
News 3 political reporter Jessica Arp investigates why the bill is needed and how much it could cost in tonight's reality check.
The voter ID bill is on the fast track to passage. Republican lawmakers want you to prove you are who you say you are when you go to the polls.
That means showing a photo ID, a driver's license, or one of these listed here, including student IDs that have a signature and expiration date. Some people are exempted, including those in nursing homes, victims of stalking, or those who object to having their photo taken for religious reasons. The bottom line, you would have to prove who you are, even if you are registered, rather than just give your name to a poll worker who checks you off a list. Currently, no proof is required unless you're registering for the first time.
I think that's a reasonable requirement in exchange for the integrity and what it's going to do to instill confidence in our election processes.
Business as usual for the Republicans, creating a boogeyman where there isn't one.
Why is this needed? Republican supporters say it's to prevent voter fraud. But how widespread is it?
The Government Accountability Board says that it has not seen documented evidence of any widespread, organized, or systemic cases of voting by ineligible individuals. But some cases have been prosecuted. The Attorney General's office started an election fraud task force just before the 2008 elections and has charged 19 people in fraud cases since then, primarily in Milwaukee. Although 10 of those were cases of felon voters who were caught because they provided their correct names and addresses. That total doesn't include cases prosecuted in DA's offices around the state. And while the GAB doesn't compile a total, they say it is fair to say the cases are rare.
Then we get to the costs. In order for the bill to be constitutional, those who can't afford a photo ID have to be given one for free.
That costs about $4 million over 2 years. Then there's the cost of implementing the law, $2 million for the GAB and $1.4 million for the UW system to meet new requirements for student IDs.
In total, that's more than $7 million in costs for the bill, all which would be included in the next 2-year budget. I'm Jessica Arp with this News 3 Reality Check.
Other changes in the bill include how long you have to live in Wisconsin and having a voter sign a form when they get a ballot. While photo ID wouldn't go into effect until 2012, those two changes would be in effect for this summer's recall election.